Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Domination. I'm your host, Dominic Delisio. It's time to get fired up. Today, I'm going to be talking about the planned power grid drill coming up on November 13th and 14th of this year. This is a drill conducted by our own U.S. government. They're going to systematically black out portions of various power grids throughout the nation over these 2 days. Now, my question is, are they doing this as a test for them to secure the power grid, or are they actually doing it to test us as a society to see and observe how we will react to a national crisis? Now, first, let's take a look at what this test is all about. Here's an article, Power Grid Drill to be conducted by the U.S. government. Let's focus here. An electrical grid joint drill simulation is being planned in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Thousands of utility workers, FBI agents, anti-terrorism experts, governmental agencies, and more than 150 private businesses are involved in the November Power Grid Drill. Now, what makes this very interesting is before she left her post, Department of Homeland Security Secretary Janet Napolitano gave a stern warning about either a cyber attack on our power grid or an EMP, an electromagnetic pulse, attacking the grid. Now, this article goes on to say, Napolitano spoke at length about the need to prepare for a downed power grid caused by hackers. The vulnerable electrical grid system, in the United States is also ill prepared for a direct hit by a solar flare, CME, or an EMP attack. As previously reported by Off the Grid News, the power grid achieved a D+ rating by the American Society of Civil Engineers. Now that's scary, isn't it? And what makes this more dangerous is the terrorists abroad, the people who want to destroy and bring down our country, whatever we post in the media, they know about. So they're looking at this as a perfect opportunity to attack us. Now, we have seen a hint of such an attack by the SEA, the Syrian Electronic Army. What they did back in August, they took control over the New York Times website, they took control over the Huffington Post website, and took control of the United Kingdom's Twitter accounts. And, let's not forget, they also were able to hack in to one of our U.S. warships still parked off the coast of Syria and gave a false stand-down order. And that was the Syrian Electronic Army. And they're saying that the SEA is very powerful. According to popularity, Anonymous seems to have the upper hand as far as a cyber attack group is concerned. I've heard conflicting reports about the SEA, but if they were able to accomplish that, folks, what is to stop the SEA from attacking our national power grid? Now think about this. Although Obama and Kerry and Putin are talking about peace in Syria, why are our let me rephrase that. Why are our warships still parked off the coast of Syria? We have 6 warships. Russia has 11 warships parked off the coast of Syria, and I believe China still has their warships. So on the surface, we think everything is fine. We think there is peace. Assad declared where his weapons were. So if everything is going so well, why are the warships still parked off the coast of Syria? I will tell you why. Because Obama wants this war. He was all set to attack Syria. He was all set to go around government, to hurdle over the Constitution, and just go in and just start attacking Syria. Now, the reason he wants to do this is Obama wants into Iran. He wants to get to Iran. So Obama still wants this war. That is why he's still keeping our warships off the coast of Syria. I think it's ridiculous. Why have our military been there just floating, just parked off the coast of Syria for over a month, being kept away from their friends, their families, their lives? All they've known for over a month is the ship that they're on. They have not been on land, obviously. And if I were them, I'd be getting very, very upset, and I'd be demanding answers from the White House right about now. Now, I'm going to tell you briefly about a blackout that occurred in San Diego when I was there. This actually made Wikipedia. They refer to it as the 2011 Southwest Blackout, also known as the Great Blackout of 2011. Now, this was caused. Yeah, well, the media says this was caused by a utility worker in Yuma, Arizona, working on a pole, and he clipped the wrong wire. And because he clipped the wrong wire, check this out. Five utilities were affected: San Diego Gas and Electric, a subsidiary of Sempra Energy that serves San Diego County, and parts of southern Orange County, parts of Riverside County, the Imperial Irrigation District. I mean, it was ridiculous. So the blackout occurred at 3:30 in the afternoon, and I'm gonna. This is very relevant, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. The power blackout occurred at 3:30 in the afternoon. People had to leave work. People could not stop at service stations to fill their cars with gas. The people that were in the process of filling their cars with gas, the pumps just died. People that were in the process of checking out in supermarkets, the power went out. They were unable to complete their transactions. The whole place, the entire city of San Diego, just fell into chaos. San Diego, as big of a city as it is, as technologically advanced as it is, they were ill prepared for such a blackout. The blackout went on well into the late hours of the evening. I believe it finally came back on at 11:30. Uh, but when I was driving home, I could not even recognize my own neighborhood. It looked the place looked eerie. Every 5-10 minutes, I heard sirens. And the reason I'm getting into this, folks, is okay, we know that there's going to be a blackout in November. We know that the government is going to be testing the national power grid, but that's all we know. They have yet to provide the details. Will this test be conducted during the afternoon, during the daylight, or will it be conducted during nighttime? Now, I believe daylight saving times ends. I believe that ends before November 13th, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, we need to know, because if this occurs during the day, how is the government going to prepare the people? Are they going to say, okay, do not go into work today? Or will they say, okay, people go to work, but your businesses, your offices are going to be shut down? It'll just be a recurrence of what happened in San Diego. And like I said, that city was ill prepared for a blackout. Now, even if we are prepared, there's still going to be chaos. People still have to abandon their cars on the side of the road. How will people commute? Look at commuters. People that take the trains, public transportation. My mind is spinning right now, people. I can't believe that we're actually having such a test, and I believe this type of test, is unprecedented. Now, if the test occurs at night, think about all the looting that will happen. Business owners will have to stay with their businesses to protect the looters. We've seen what happened during the Trayvon Martin riots. There was looting then. Anytime thieves and thugs see an opportunity, they capitalize on it, and that should go without saying. Now, what I'm going to recommend to you is, if this test is at night or it goes into the night, make sure before November 13th and 14th that you buy enough water to last you for several days. You buy enough food, canned goods, protein. Protein is good. Personally, I prefer Campbell's Chunky chili soup with steak. You could eat it cold. It provides a lot of protein. And above all, keep your pets inside during these 2 days. Make sure your pets are not outside, because at this point in time, we don't know when when the power is going to go out. We have no idea. And be prepared to protect your homes. I say this in all seriousness, especially if you do live in the city. Just be prepared to protect. It's going to be nasty. So now my question is, a lot of talk has been going around about false flags in the United States. Uh, late Certain tragedies have occurred around the simultaneous timing of drills by the U.S. military. I have heard the Boston bombing. The police were conducting a drill on the same day that the Boston bombing occurred. Um, I don't know, but if Obama does want to push for martial law, which I believe he does, what perfect opportunity to do so than wait until there's a blackout, see how the public reacts, see if there's protesting, seeing if there's looting, and if I believe Obama is looking at this as a perfect opportunity to declare martial law. Think about it. If there's crime, if the crime's running rampant, obviously our police, and this is scary, our police are now armed just as well as the U.S. military. And this is what's scary. Police actually are dressed and armed just like the U.S. military. Sometimes you cannot even tell the difference. So I believe Obama will be using this as a false flag. uh, what will let me know is the timing of this. If it is done at nighttime, then we don't even know. Like I said, we don't even know how long the power is going to be out. We don't even know if they're going to be able to turn the power grid back on. That's what's scary. Now, the power grid blackout, the test, is going to occur in FEMA Region 3, which consists of D.C., Delaware, Pennsylvania, a couple other states. So it's going to start on the East Coast. And I feel very badly if the power does not come back on. If it doesn't, are they going to proceed? Are they going to say, okay, we can't get this power grid back up, but we're going to continue testing in other parts of the country to see if we get the same result? The government's just crazy enough to do that. So anyway, prepare yourselves, get ready. This drill will happen. And just make sure that you're able to ride out a few days, because this is a big test right here. So if they cannot turn the power back on, or think about this, if they're unwilling to turn the power back on to push martial law, um, yeah, the government. I got a. I'm just going to end with a little anecdote my father used to say. He used to say when I was a kid, there used to be printing on police cars saying "to protect and serve," and my father used to say they should put themselves after that, because that's how the government is right now, to protect and serve themselves. So anyway, people, be safe and prepare yourselves, and remember, kick ass, America. Thank you for listening.